Have you ever held a coin and felt like you were holding a piece of history? The 1972 Kennedy half dollar isn't just any old piece of metal. It's a timeless tribute to a beloved American president, a symbol of a nation's hope, and a tangible link to a pivotal era in U.S. history. But beyond its historical significance, the 1972 Kennedy half dollar holds stories of collectors, errors, mint marks, and unexpected value. And today, we're diving deep into every detail behind this iconic coin, what makes it special, how it was created, and why collectors across the world are still fascinated by it. To understand the significance of the 1972 Kennedy half dollar, we first have to look at the broader picture. After the assassination of President John F. Kennedy in November 1963, there was a wave of national mourning. Americans across the country were looking for a way to honor their fallen leader. Within just weeks, the idea of placing Kennedy's image on a coin was proposed, and it gained overwhelming support. The half dollar, which previously bore the image of Benjamin Franklin, was chosen to carry the new design. By 1964, the Kennedy half dollar was released to the public, and people were quick to hoard it as a symbol of remembrance. Fast forward to 1972. By now, the coin was in its 9th year of production. It had undergone a few changes since its introduction. Initially made with 90% silver in 1964, the Kennedy half dollar transitioned to a 40% silver composition from 1965 through 1970. But starting in 1971 and continuing into 1972, the coin was struck using a copper-nickel clad composition. That means the 1972 Kennedy half dollar does not contain any silver, which might be surprising to some collectors. However, that doesn't mean the coin is worthless. In fact, certain versions and errors of the 1972 coin are considered quite valuable. Let's start with the design. The obverse, or front, of the coin features a left-facing profile of President John F. Kennedy. The design was created by Gilroy Roberts, who was the chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time. Kennedy's profile is bold, youthful, and idealized, a powerful reminder of his charisma and leadership. Around the edges, you'll see the word liberty and the motto, "In God We Trust," along with the date 1972. Flip the coin to the reverse, and you'll find a stunning presidential seal, designed by Frank Gasparo. It features a heraldic eagle clutching an olive branch and arrows, a shield on its chest, and a ring of stars encircling the design. Above the eagle's head is a banner with the motto, E Pluribus Unum, and around the edge are the words United States of America and half dollar. Now let's talk mints. The 1972 Kennedy half dollar was struck at 3 different U.S. mint facilities. 1. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark. 2. Denver Mint, D mint mark. 3. San Francisco Mint, S mint mark. If your 1972 Kennedy half dollar has no mint mark on the obverse, it was minted in Philadelphia. If there's a small D beneath Kennedy's neck, it was minted in Denver. And if there's an S, it was minted in San Francisco. The San Francisco Mint primarily produced proof coins in 1972. These are special collector versions, made with polished dies and planchets to give them a mirror-like finish. Proof coins are not intended for general circulation, and they typically come in protective packaging or mint sets. If you find a 1972 S Kennedy half dollar, chances are it's a proof, and it may be worth significantly more than face value, depending on condition. Now here's where things get really interesting. Errors and varieties. Errors can turn a common coin into a collector's treasure. While 1972 wasn't a particularly notorious year for errors, there are still a few notable ones to be aware of. One of the most desirable is the double die obverse, DDO, where the coin's lettering, date, or portrait appears doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. Although rare for 1972 Kennedy half dollars, if you spot doubling on "In God We Trust" or "Liberty," it's worth getting the coin professionally evaluated. Another collectible variation involves planchet errors. For example, a Kennedy half dollar struck on the wrong metal. Occasionally, coins from different denominations get mixed during the minting process, resulting in fascinating mint mistakes. While these are rare, they can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the error. And then there's coin grading, a critical factor in a coin's value. The condition of a coin is rated on a 70-point scale, with 70 being perfect mint state, MS-70. Most 1972 Kennedy half dollars found in circulation range between VF, very fine, and AU, almost uncirculated. But if you come across one in MS-65 or higher, especially with a brilliant luster and no noticeable marks, it could be worth a pretty penny. Let's talk numbers. In 1972, the U.S. Mint produced over 153 million Kennedy half dollars at the Philadelphia Mint, around 141 million at the Denver Mint, and just over 3 million proofs at the San Francisco Mint. A standard 1972 D. Kennedy half dollar in MS-65 condition might sell for $10 to $20. A 1972 S-proof coin graded PR69 deep cameo could sell for $20 to $30 or more. So the next time you come across a 1972 Kennedy half dollar, whether in a coin jar, garage sale, or a collector's case, take a closer look. Is there a mint mark? Is the strike clean and full? Are there any doubling marks or unusual features? It might just be a common coin, or it could be a valuable gem waiting to be discovered. In summary, the 1972 Kennedy half dollar may not have silver, but it has story, symbolism, and collectible charm. It's a coin that pays tribute to a pivotal figure in American history, showcases exquisite craftsmanship, and offers both historical and monetary value to collectors around the world. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual enthusiast, the Kennedy half dollar is a series worth exploring, and the 1972 edition is a fascinating chapter in that story. Keep your eyes open, your magnifying glass ready, and your curiosity sharp, because with coins like this, every detail counts.